Okay, so I'm going to use a science a benchmark assessment to help demonstrate how this could work. So as you can see here on the screen, there's sort of three parts to this: is the claim, evidence, and reasoning. And I'll sort of go through how I would grade for the students, so then you can sort of see how this would look. So beginning with the claim, the student makes the correct claim that the length of the string has an effect on the number of cycles. And basically in this lab, they're looking to see which variable could affect the speed of a pendulum swinging back and forth. So the claim, I would say, would be correct. That's a good claim. As far as evidence, though, she does give some evidence, and she did choose evidence from the length of the string, which is good. However, a few things wrong with this. One, I would like to see more evidence. I would ideally like to see evidence from at least one other group, if not more. And then also for this particular evidence, the student doesn't tell me what group number this came from. It's very important just so I know exactly what class, what group. But other than that, she does have some decent evidence to show me. Now, for the reasoning piece, this is where they sort of bring everything together. Now, she does give sort of the correct reasoning that Mary would have shortened the pendulum to help keep perfect time. And she explained that, when she looked at the data, she said that when we shortened the string to 20 centimeters, it did 40 repetitions instead of 25 when the string was 40 centimeters long. So she is identifying that if you shorten the string, then you have more repetitions. We could also ask them that in the reasoning that maybe they could also kind of explain that the other variables do not have any effect. So there's also the angle of the release of the pendulum. Then we also have the mass of the bob, so the little weight at the bottom of the pendulum, and we used washers for that. So ideally being able to explain that those do not have an effect. Then once again, maybe just having more evidence to explain in a reasoning would also be very good. Now what I could do is sort of, going back to the evidence here, I could, show her some other evidence that she could use. So one of the cool features about Explain Everything is you can add some information. So I'll add an existing photo or video. And here's a photo of a data table I took from another class. So I will sort of just add this in there for the student to look at, so they can say, okay, here's another possible data table you could look at. Once again, this is a different group. They use different lengths of string. And you can clearly see in the averages here that there was a difference in cycles. Now, another interesting thing that you could do, let's bring that up there now, is I probably will not do this myself, but you could also take a video of yourself giving the comments to the student. So here I am, actually, you can see me now giving the comments. So you could actually have this, a different place. You can put it, smaller, you can put it bigger, sort of off to the corner somewhere. So that way, as you go through the lab, the student can sort of see you talking to them, and it might be more of a personal feel. I probably won't ever do this, but it would be kind of a cool thing to add if you're into that sort of thing. All right, so again, this is sort of one example of how you could use Explain Everything to give some student feedback. Thank you.